after a very long afternoon and night, we join our level 5 class, standing at an old, broken down place. There is a dry waterway here, old buildings, many trees that have sort of grown and come up. And laying against a hollowed out tree is an old door with a crescent moon on it. Our heroes, our level 5s, stand and watch as 7 of their upperclassmen, the 7 that are left, are standing at this door talking to the headmaster, and some of the teachers are up there around them talking. And while they talk, your mind goes to the previous afternoon and night and morning. So we're going to go around and find out, after we left the circle training and the headmaster, what everyone did with their evening. We know where they went, but how did it go? Because their thoughts are dwelling on it. And we will go around the table, starting on the left here with John.
I'm walking around within 30 feet of Dawn, conversating with the Pixie Gem, and going back and forth, hoping to be able to trust him, watching his actions, trying to take in what may or may not have changed.
Okay, so you're just trying to observe Dawn the best you can. Okay, so we go to Joe.
Joe went back to the Whispering Glyph because in his mind this is the first time he's not been able to help Dante. He does not understand the form of magic that was put before him. So he seeks guidance from really the only 2 people that he trusts other than Dante, that may be able to tell him, help him with this. And also, he hasn't seen them in a very long time, and he knows he's fixing to leave. So he'd like to have one last conversation with them and sleep in his own bed.
Okay, so they're very happy to see you. Your mother especially asks if you've, in your travels, if you've seen the Queen, and if she is magnificent, as they say.
Yes.
And that you didn't anger her, did you?
She terrifies me.
So good. Then, so she asks if she terrifies you more than your own mother.
Of course not.
So then, good boy. You were a good son. You'll make a good husband someday, if you live long enough. So you lay down and sleep.
Yeah.
So your father comes and whispers you and says, I might have a new room for you. I've been thinking about it for months. But he said, I've not perfected it yet.
So I will come see them before we leave.
So please do, because your mother gets very angry. And I can't sit down for a week when she does that. That's not how I meant it. She makes him work the entire time, people.
Here comes the Underdark.
So we leave Joe sleeping soundly in his bed, able to sit down and lay down. Right, and we go to Dawn, who I'm sure knows that John has been creeping. This
And that comment just didn't help it at all.
You're the one that looks at Paladin books. I don't want to hear you. That's what I'm saying behind you.
But you don't even know that.
Yeah, you don't know that. He just feels your doll's gaze upon him. So last we heard that Dawn was going to try to find some of the upperclassmen.
That's what I do.
Okay. So you go around, and apparently, again, on their common room floor, it's relatively empty. One of the school workers that you inquire where they could possibly be says they are having a dinner with Belle in the observatory.
With Belle. I'm not interrupting that.
So they don't know how long they'll be there, but they've been there for a while. It is customary for the class to have the dinner with Belle.
And I walk outside and out in the courtyard, and I'm just
Observe the observatory.
well. I mean, I'm close to the observatory, but I'm just also observing the district of the Seven and the stars at the same time.
Well, the stars are easily seen because, again, the district of the Seven is very, very dark. Do you sneak out again? Okay. I was just wondering if it was.
Nope.
Does any part of you wish to sneak out, even though you're not, or just because you've been doing that for a while
now? But
So
not tonight. Tonight's not the night for it.
So your doll sits upon your shoulder and rubs one of your heads.
Oh my jeez.
They're on their shoulders.
Charlie, no, Charlie's face.
So and I'm assuming you have Quacker Jack or the doll, Quacker doll, Quack doll.
Horrible.
So have you been squeezing it often? Or
Yeah, I'm holding it.
and got any bread?
Do
And
what?
When you squeeze it, it says got any bread.
Oh.
So
That's not what I said it do.
Well, you said you made it make a quack sound.
I said it made a quack that sound, and it says "I love you, Dawn," in verbal.
Yeah, in verbal, but the quack it goes.
Oh, okay.
Got any
It's
bread?
quacking for
The
everybody
quack.
else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So the quack that you programmed in says got any bread, but it still says the common, but yeah. So I love you, Dawn. You got any bread? That's what you. Which is the most Quacker Jack thing.
Not that I love you, Dawn.
No, it says, do you have any bread for it?
No.
Sharing is caring.
No. Yeah, and I got a stash of bread. But at the same time, it's making me think maybe I can take this Quacker Jack a little step further and turn it into a clockwork quacker.
You're really going to modify that?
It
We're gonna
already
jump-
is.
It's a little clockwork doll.
That is my
Put
thought.
the Dawn touch
You
on
don't know where it came from.
Alright, so, okay.
Anyway.
All right.
So that's my thought.
So okay.
That's
Does it have kung fu grit?
that's actually funny.
Well, so that's
For so many reasons, that's absolutely
but-
hilarious. Alright then.
So we end with you staring off in the dark. But again, there are many stars above.
Yeah, I mean, and like I said, I was just waiting for them because I wanted to talk to all them.
So if you're close enough, again, there's talking and stuff inside. You're not eavesdropping or anything, but you can. It like the sound is festive from in there. It's not sad or pensive or it's just.
I mean, if they're going to be in there for a while, then I'll leave them to it. So I'll just continue gazing.
Just watching, because the stars are bright, but it's dark underneath. So let's go to Pepper. Where Pepper left.
She'll go and say goodbye. Not that I know any of these people, but she'll wish them well, wish them luck on their trip out the door tomorrow.
Well,
So you go to
And-
Belle's.
No, I thought you said there were some that were separate from. Just a very few.
They're all in bed.
There's only
All of them?
Yeah, there's only 7.
Okay. Well, the way you made it sound earlier, it was like not every single solitary one of them were in the...
No, like there's other.
Okay.
There's
Well, I'll go out
there's
to
you
look
all.
to see if there's any out. If there's none out,
No. So
and they're all engaged in something.
And again, everyone tells you that usually the expeditions that leave, they like Belle always has dinner with all the ones before
Okay.
they go the night
Okay.
before.
That's fine and dandy.
So they're all in there.
Then, in that case, if there's no one loose and about to talk to at the moment, I know that she doesn't have access to it anymore, but she's just gonna go kind of sit in front of her old
The door.
tower.
Okay. So you go up.
She
to,
doesn't have family to say goodbye to.
Yeah. So you go to the door, and the door is there, and the door has a circle with 6 dots on it, with a slash down through the middle. Not messing with the circle, but it's just like a little line. So, and spend some time there. Chloe has left the school to make a quick trip to go visit her parents
Yes.
in the Darkwood. So what does Chloe do? Of course, the very first thing is when she walks in her door, her dad drops everything and screams. Chloe comes up and gives her a great big hug, and he drops to his knees, and thrilled to see you. He asks if you've been eating enough.
Yes, Daddy, I've been eating. I just tell him that
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
sometimes I skip breakfast, okay?
It's the most important meal of the day.
That's when I drink a protein drink. I let him know that my time to leave will be coming soon, and that I wanted to spend one last evening with them. And although I don't go into detail, I tell them just enough to try to get some advice from especially Daddy about the whole dynamic of the group.
Okay, what's some things you ask?
Advice on how to help someone get over hurt when they don't want to get over hurt, and how to let hurt go when it's constantly thrown up.
He says, well, you've come to an excellent person. You just described marriage.
So I figured you would have some advice.
He's like, oh, you always say yes. So even when you're right, you're wrong. And sometimes you have to be wrong to show how right you are. And sometimes it takes a while for people to realize that on their own. Because no matter how hard you try, you can tell not to put pepper in the soup and ask 100 times. But eventually, well, no, they never forget. But eventually, they might understand that a little bit of salt is a little bit better than pepper.
I take that a little personal.
Don't look at me. I didn't do that one.
I didn't say you did.
So, but
I'm just saying, I took that a little personal.
But then he says sometimes you just have to lead by example. So, words. Words are always empty until you feel them, and actions are enhanced by words. And your mother's always right. Except about Pepper. Not your friend Pepper. brings to your class. Do you stay the night there? Or do you
I
go
do.
back?
I stay the night.
So your dad's really excited. He hollers to Mom. He says we need to set out a table for 3 tonight. It's like, I'll go clean your room so your mother can cook. I'm sure she'll want to fix your favorite meal. We always knew that this day would come and that you would leave. But not just the nest, but the whole sky. But you will make a new sky. Your mother comes up and says, like, has your father been bothering you? It's like, you know how sentimental he gets. You know, the little girl can do no wrong.
No, Mom, he's just talking.
And she leans forward, she says, well, he does like to listen. And that's why I tell him so much. He'd never do anything if I didn't talk to him. I'd just sit around all day wondering what his little Chloe's doing. So it's like, she's like, your bedroom is clean and ready, because it's always your room.
And I say thank you, and I go and just sit for a few minutes while they're finishing.
You just watch them sort of clean and move things around and set the table, and they're laughing, cheerful. The place is lively. It's very, very lively since you're there. They set the lamp and everything's good for your bed too, in your bedroom. The window clearly looks out into the Darkwood. The stars are bright. So, and they yell that dinner's ready, and you can come eat with them. So
I go.
Okay. So our minds come back, and we're standing. All the students are at the school. There's supposedly still some missing that are off doing things. There's a few professors that are not here either, namely Retina and a few others. But many of the teachers are there. Belle is there. She makes the vines open and move away from this old broken down sort of building, clearing it from where this door is. She uses the vines to sit the door up. And it is suspended. The headmaster walks and faces you all. Says, today is the day that we start our exodus and hopefully our salvation from whatever has sealed us in this bubble. Thanks to your brave work and countless hours of training and studying under the previous headmaster and me, we have found a new strategy. A strategy that hopefully, with the group behind me and the group and your group, will be successful. Today we form a two-pronged approach. The group behind me has elected Lightbringer Nick the 7th as their expedition head. So, Sir Lightbringer will lead this 7 through the staircase door, and with the facts that you all have found and the studying over the years, he's going to take them to a place, or at least find the way for you, to a place that is broken, a ringed world that is shattered. But supposedly what we need is there. Learn this name and never forget it. Learn that these are going to a place called Sigle. And they hope and they believe they have found a way to get into Sigle, thanks to what you all have done. And if they can get into Sigle, they will find what you need. And then if they find what you need, and you find what you were tasked to get, we might be able to fix us, and maybe more. But we will start with us first. And then maybe more. As after all, the original charter of this school was to fix the multiverse. We were pulled and distracted. So today is the day that we are no longer distracted. Today is the day that we step through a doorway. And this group behind me will open many doors in many places, so that way you may find them in the future, and that you will find your way to Sigle 2. But not before you find what you need to find. Does anyone wish to say anything to our students before they leave?
Tell them good luck and let us know what you found.
You squeeze your duck.
Mm-hmm.
And it quacks. The headmaster looks, says, I can see on your faces that some of you have doubts. Not on the mission, but of yourselves. But today is not that day. Believe and hope. And thoughts. Thoughts are magical. Belief are magical. So give them your thoughts and your belief that they will find the door. The door that will lead them to Sigle, thanks to your hopes and dreams and their hopes and dreams. While we wish that we could send more, I believe it is fate that there are 7 that are going. The paladins of the 7 and many others have tried to stop us, or they've whittled us down, or the fates themselves have seemed to deem us not to walk through this and do this quest. But in olden times, 7 was the greatest of all numbers. So today, have faith in this 7. Because there is more than one 7 that we've experienced. Let us forget the others. And today, have faith in the 7 that matters. Your upperclassmen and your partners. So he walks over and takes his book and opens up his book and flips the page. And he touches the crescent moon. And it closes and it spins like a lock, and eventually the crescent moon is upside down and the door opens. And there's a rush of dreams, very similar to how the ones that were here before. And everyone here experiences a quick flash of a dream, good or bad. So we'll start with Chloe, or we'll go this direction, maybe give time. So what's the first thought of a dream that pops into Chloe?
My parents are okay.
Okay. So
The
I thought-
opposite of
the thought of them sitting at the fireplace like you saw before.
yeah.
Okay. So take it. We go around and Tekka is in there, and Tekka has dreams of everyone sitting around singing under a sun on a nice breezy day. Tavar's thoughts go to his parents, thanks to looking at that door. So Captain Ball thinks of former comrades that, in the hope that he will continue to have his comrades. Dante's thoughts dwell of yesterday's classes in his next class to make sure that everyone that stands before him isn't let down by him. Seb thinks of 2 pieces he is yet to get. Fenrir thinks just about his home, and that hopefully there will be some left by the time he gets back. I think that's all the characters. Then we'll shift over. Pepper, what thought do you have?
Is this a thought or a dream in the sense of like a vision?
It gives you like just a. It's like it's a dream. It's not foretelling. It's just like what would a dream come to you? Just like an image. Because the staircase is not really what it was. It's a dreamscape.
Oh.
What's something in Pepper's dreams? And it's not negative.
No, it wouldn't have to be, but. Goodness. Almost like a split screen. One half is going to be dark, shadowed. And the other side will show a sunny path.
Anyone in either of these paths? Or is it just stuff? Okay. No figures. Alright. Go to Dawn, holding his duck. Your doll is riding on the back of the duck. She's sitting.
And in the night, I've made a little saddle for her to sit.
So if she had a hat, she'd be like, yeah. She has carved spurs.
I believe
She
that.
better not mess up my duck, no.
They're soft.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think
They jingle when she
But I know
when
the
she
itty
shakes.
bitty little tiny
Right,
little
there's a
spurs.
tiny,
More like little gears on her heels, basically.
like a ball bearing, like a little ball.
So my dream, I mean, it's all about Quackerjack right now. So that he is back and alive.
So is your dream imagining you actually holding the real Quacker?
Mm-hmm.
All right. go to Jewel.
Does it have to be positive?
No,
Okay.
it does not.
Dragonloft will bring only death.
And we'll face the John. So John is dreaming of redemption. That is very difficult. That is very difficult where he goes, but he just has a flash of 4 pistols. So, Lightbringer Nick the 7th walks up to you and he pulls out a shield that has the shining dragon's head on it. He says, "This shield has been in my family for generations. So few people know the name of what this dragon is, but my family has kept the name. And today I wish you to know that Muhammad is his name, and he wishes you his love and protection. And I hope that someday that you will see me in a supposed ringed city, either standing with this shield, waiting to greet you, or on it. And that if I am on it, at least I have paved the way for you to get past me." The 7 line up. They have their supplies. And Nick turns, and again, he draws his sword, standing at the door, and he bows to you. And he walks through the door. His second turns. She pulls her daggers. She crosses them, and she bows to you. And she walks through. Another knightly one comes up. He looks and holds his shield in front and claims it, and it bows to you. Person with a dashing cloak comes up and a scepter. He flashes and does prestidigitation, and above him goes, "I believe in you," as he walks through. A drow comes up, casts darkness above her to where she's in the shade. She says, "Whether it's light or dark, I salute you." She goes and the spell ends. Someone comes up and they pull out their bow and they take the string off and it straightens out and looks like a staff, and on the end is a rune, and they conjure flowers beneath your feet. And they reattach their bow. It says, "May the ground always be pleasant." And he walks through. And last but not least, another elf. This elf looks, says, "May the 5 and more watch over you." And they bow. And they walk through the door. Kuman steps. While we wish that we could have more go through, have faith. More has been done with less. When he does something in his spell book that's in front of him, or his book, and the door closes. Belle then dismisses her vines, and the door falls with a thud. Kuman then turns. Puts his spellbook up and comes and he stomps on the door, shattering it. Says that was their path. They knew that it is one way, and the only way they will come back is with you. Under their own power, where the bubble was, or still is, and it allows things in and out. So classes will begin tomorrow. The rest of the day is for you. Tomorrow we will practice circle casting. Does anyone wish to speak? In the short amount of time that I have been part of your lives, you all have come so far in such a little amount of time that we've all been given together. Your instruction, while unorthodox by the previous headmaster, was beneficial for us to get to this point. Along with every class that has ever walked out of the bubble knowing that they weren't coming back. I'm here to tell you that every expedition that's ever been sent out has been told before they left the night before that they knew that there was no way back in at the current state. The group that just left was the 24th of these expeditions that left. And they still left knowing that, and they were told that they will fail. But they were in their original charter. They were told they will fail in securing the bubble. But I believe that that failure is success, because they are doing something that is to ensure your non-failure. And do not forget that. They cannot succeed in the task because it is yours to do. You have the ability to succeed or fail. Every class that has went before has laid groundwork for you. Today is the day, and now is the time. Others were just there creating the doors and the keys and the way for you. We needed all the stars to align, and I believe they have aligned. And us and the teachers believe that you have the capability to actually do what is not been done before. Remember, what is broken can be put together more beautiful than it was before. And I believe that is your fate. No matter how foolish the ones that came and broke it before, we can build it back. And you can make it better. The Queen, both of Hubshan and Underdark, believe in you. As do I. Just know, once you all leave, I will no longer be the headmaster of the school because there will be no students. There will be no teachers. There will just be a house waiting for your return. This is class dismissed for the day. Oh, there is a train off in the distance that just comes through that way. Do you all? Does everybody get on the train and go back?
At the library, in the school.
Okay. And with this, everyone goes back. Dante does not. He comes up and you hear him grumbling. It's like, I thought we should be practicing more. The headmaster says, today's not the day. He says, remember, you all must be of one to do what you need to do. And today is not that day to be one. Today is the day to be each of you to be one, apart. And tomorrow we will prepare. So Dante makes his way to the train eventually. So none of the teachers get on. So when you get on the train, if you look back, they're there. So just sitting looking at the broken door. So the train moves. Does anyone want to speak or talk on the train?
I didn't get on it. So.
I asked if anyone did not go.
Oh, I thought you said, did anyone get on?
No, I said everyone got on. I said,
no.
Did anyone
I
not?
didn't get on. I thought you said, did anyone get on?
No, it's like,
nope.
So, all right, so Don sort of stuck around and apparently did not get on in the confusion. Okay. Did anyone else sneak and not get on in the confusion? You want to go to the library once you get through?
Yep. I have stuff to
I
do.
said I was on.
You
I
what?
said I was on.
Okay. So the train veers off, and I guess the only one that's left behind is Dawn.
Well, and Dante.
Well, Dante walked over and got on after he was done talking. The train waited for Dante.
Sorry, I missed that part.
So, is there much discussion going back on the school, towards the school? Are you all just sort
I'm
of
not
pensive?
really saying much.
So
Yeah,
just-
I'm
I
just
don't need to talk
thinking.
to Dante. I'm meditating state.
Dante doesn't really talk much either. And the only person who tries to talk is Tekka, and falls on deaf ears. Because he says it's wonderful to be riding with everybody, and he's just all cheery. And
Not today, Tekka.
so tomorrow,
Probably not tomorrow either.
I have time on Tuesday.
And I just kind of pat him.
That's a yes, right? All right, so you all go. I'm assuming it's a very quiet train ride.
Mm-hmm.
So very, 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 very quiet train ride. So most people aren't really looking around or such. So it makes sense that really no one really didn't notice that Dawn didn't really scurry on it. Everyone's just sort of lost in their own thoughts, especially with their little dream whiff. So since Dawn stayed behind, what did Dawn do?
How far am I to my old order?
You what?
How far away am I from my old order?
A couple hours.
I start walking. Actually, I don't walk. I pull out my coin
Okay.
and I use my coin and I board the bird and fly.
I was wondering if everyone remembers me.
Oh, I've always remembered it.
Mm-hmm. Sure
You have a bird that you put a coin
Oh,
in?
yeah.
That was his magic item that he's had all the way from forever ago.
I used it once.
Once.
He used it.
Because
Was that here?
Yes, you were sitting right
Yep.
there.
That was when we killed the wolves, wasn't it?
No, that wasn't wolves. No,
Mhm.
that
I was
in
going to
the
say I
training
didn't
room.
kill wolves.
That was in the training room when we had to go from from that
I
center
didn't kill wolves.
room and we had to get to the
I thought it was
teacher.
the day that we killed the wolves that you pulled it
I
out.
think it was a train when the train session.
It was a training
It wasn't
session.
like a real fight.
No, we had to get to the
Okay.
teacher.
Yeah,
Okay.
you had to get the teacher because you can put like a bunch of people on it.
Yeah.
So you're
Mm-hmm.
you're going to walk to your.
All right.
Well,
Well,
ride
I'm
the
gonna
bird.
ride the bird.
I mean, fly to your bird. The thing has. It won't take you long on the bird.
Nope, not with the bird.
So what are you intending to do when you get there?
Depends on
Yeah, this whole time we've been walking everywhere.
And there's been
I
a
think it's
bird.
like five.
I don't know about it.
It might be more than that. Like I'm trying. Like
What?
how much weight is it? Just 5 or is it more than 5?
What? It can hold up to 500 people, or 500 pounds, I think. But I mean, it can hold more than that. It just flies at half speed.
That's what I thought. I thought it could do like 1,000 or something.
It might be. No, it's 500 pounds. That's at maximum speed. So, but it can fly more at half speed, or it can hold more at half speed.
Is there a particular person you want to talk to when you're on the way to your?
When I get there,
Yeah.
it just depends on who's there.
Okay.
But you don't have to set my stuff up if you don't want to. You can do their stuff.
Well, I didn't figure we were doing anything.
Put Quacker with him.
And you give me a look, and
No, it's just the fact is I actually had
Quacker
it
fell
handy.
down.
'Cause that
Quacker
was
fell down.
because you figured I'd be going back,
I've kept it out for a while.
anticipating on me going back. Then you probably don't know what I'm about to do.
Maybe. Depends because you've not went back.
I've held on to it.
So
Watch it.
I'm probably about to hear you ruin what I had planned.
Do it. Do it.
So all right. So
Get 'em.
there was no one at the gates. So you go through the gates.
Yeah, I start walking in.
All right.
I
So
mean,
you come in and so you walk in and so far you don't see anyone, but this is where you made your choice. Your original choice when they had 7 people around and you chose your pluses and minuses.
Yep.
Again, there was no one here,
No one at all.
not in this room.
So, do I see anything in this room besides just having the memories of where this is where I chose?
No, you again. It's got the markings of the 7. It's got like the places where the 7 people stood. You see before you is the place that you stood with the 2 others. And then if you look over to the side, you'll see the place that they went in to go get Quackerjack's egg. Because it was at the side they came in.
So there's nobody in here.
Not in this room.
All right, I walk up to the door that had the eggs in it.
Okay.
I want to open it up.
Okay.
Is it unlocked?
Mhm.
Is there anything inside?
Mhm.
What do I see?
Dozens of bodies stacked up. All their faces are ripped off. They've been cut off.
Can I make out who these people were? What are they wearing, I should say?
Various stuff. Some have armor, some things. Some have robes.
Does it look like the robes of the people that was here?
Yes. No. They all have the symbol of the 7. They're all of it. They just have their faces cut off, flayed.
Entirely.
Yeah, just pretty much the skeletal face on there. I'm going to say this. You turn and look, and they have been nailed to the wall, hanging, and they've been put up on there in a attempted circle, and it looks like it's in a peach shape with a duck face made out of faces. It's been there for a while.
Right.
A very, very long while. Probably about half a year. You never came back here, right?
No,
yeah,
I went at one time.
That one time, but you didn't come because the paladin thing happened almost 8 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
But they were laid peacefully there. They're not thrown in. They're lined. But there's...
Did you say a duck face was on
Yeah,
the wall? Okay.
It's made out of the faces.
Yeah.
So, just think of it as pinned, like it's connect the dots. And you can sort of tell. But yes, it was definitely your old symbol. Most of the symbols have been messed up. They've been messed up. They're not complete. That's on them. So if it's on the robes or their armor, they've been sort of smashed in the face. What's your passive investigation?
12.
12. That's good enough. So
Being 8 months, I mean, besides the robes and the insignets and everything, can I make out anything on these bodies? I mean, to identify them.
well, with the 12, it's easy. You see like the head priest at the time, or your head of the order that was the main talker. All of the 7, because remember there was a 7 that represented all of them, but the head at the time is there too. All 7 of them are there.
All 7 of them.
Now, the head of your time is there, and he's holding something.
I'll walk up and to look and see exactly what he's holding. I don't retrieve it yet. I want to see if I can tell what he's holding.
It is a rolled up parchment.
Am I smart enough to know if this thing's cursed or anything like that?
And might be able to ask you all. I don't know if that's something they could do or not do.
I kind of take a look at that parchment.
She helps out and she says, I've heard of people with long faces, but not no faces.
I only have a half a face.
Doing better than these guys. So
I wonder why they were killed. I mean, this whole time I thought they were a part of the order from within the 7 within the city. Now I wonder why they were killed.
do you get the parchment?
What do you think of this parchment?
It's paper. It's got a nice brownish yellow. Luckily it's not moldy, but it's sort of dry in here,
Do you feel that it's going to explode on me if I retrieve it?
Explode, no.
Kill me?
She said, but if you want to get it, I'm just going to go stand over here. And she hops down. She walks over.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. And I reach my hand up and grab it.
And it sort of raises the arm out, the rigor mortis arm up, and and the hand snaps off of it. But you hold the paper. So it's not sealed. It's just rolled up in their hand.
She left that door. I unroll the parchment.
Okay.
Is it written in common?
Yep. So in here, it has one word on it. Penance.
Penance? Wow.
And you hear a voice behind you.
I quickly turn around.
And there is the student that was with you on your day. There were 2. One that chose the path of the way, and another one that chose a pact. There's one that standing there that's the one of the way.
Okay.
So he's there with his robe. Carries no weapons. He just stands. He says, "Oh, finally, someone to give me my penance." He drops to his knees.
Did you do this?
No. We all did. I did the last. I've waited for someone to do mine.
You've been on live here since this happened?
Yes. Every week after the atrocities that the false shepherd said, that to atone, to balance the death out, the R7 thought that with their order going down that path, that our order shouldn't exist either. So once a week, one of us would take penance, and another one would take, and then the next week, the one that did the penance would take the next and the next, until it was just me and no one to take the penance. So since I was the youngest, they let me be, since they said that I didn't know the way just yet. But I insisted that I knew the way, and I was not prideful. I'm not going to steer away from my duties. I understand that I promised that I was going to do this, so I am here to the end. And I see that you have cut away the bad part. Bad. So if only we had thought of that, instead of just take us all, if we just taken the half, there's two sides to it. But my penance is gone. So it's come. It's like you've heard my prayers. So he pulls out a little dagger and he puts it in front and he sits. He says, "There's one piece left on the wall." And it's like, fill me in on the wall, and then burn the temple to the ground, and then we will be no more. You can't be the side of something. You can't have two sides if one side's gone.
Sure.
So you just are. Side. You have to have at least two for a side. Without us, it's like there won't be anything left of the others. So we sat here in isolation and didn't do anything and didn't understand our brothers were not our brothers. So we don't deserve brothers. We were prideful that our way was the right way. And we forgot to listen. We forgot to care. So we lusted over the way things were and didn't look to what we had or what we were needed to go. So, were you in me?
Where did he put the dagger?
Just in front of him. He's on his knees, sitting calmly. Sort of like a monk. Think of it sort of monk style.
End you and place you on the wall, and then burn this place to the ground. That is the final wishes.
says we can't burn it until my face is off.
I said, put you on the wall. Yeah, put your face on the wall. Yeah, that is your wish.
Oh, will you cut it?
Yeah, I will. I'll complete the duck.
Okay. So he sits calmly, closes his eyes, waiting for you to cut his face off.
Are you sure you don't want to part with the ways, the old ways, and accept new ways?
I made an oath.
You can do like I did. You can give up that oath. We can burn your shield right now.
And then that's Joe. He took it.
Oh.
He took over. Like this is the month. He took over.
Oh yeah. This is the moment. But we
This
can
is the moment.
burn your symbol. I mean, it's on something. Your pennant.
Yeah. So it's already deformed, scratched out, like everything else.
But it took me burning mine, melting mine, to truly give up the oath.
It's like you were always. You were chosen to come out. It's like I was not worthy to leave. I wasn't worthy to leave then. I'm not worthy to leave now. So it would be very prideful of me to just do it to myself. I must accept someone else inflicting pain on the pain that we help not stop.
I respect that. So, I pick up the dagger. Any final words? Any family you want me to relay a message to?
It says, I die knowing I have one brother left in the world. As he looks at you.
Wow. Okay. I slit his throat.
And he doesn't flinch. And just falls.
Once he falls and there's no longer breath being drawn, I'll remove his face.
Do you finish the...
I do. I finished it up. But before I torch the place, I want to go through every room here, checking for any information on the seven. Any documents that are left.
So you go through, and when you find like they've burnt everything
Burnt.
because they want no traces that they ever existed here.
Okay. Well, that's why I wanted to check everything.
You know, so there's no symbols, the exact symbols left. They've all been deformed enough or messed enough that it's like
No parchments, no books,
it's gone.
scrolls, nothing.
There's nothing. It's like when this place goes, it's like they were never here. Your doll stands there with a match when you're ready.
You're a piece of wood and you're carrying around a match. You could catch yourself on fire.
So you carry a knife, you could cut yourself.
But it's different.
And she like snaps her fingers, a little flame on there. She says, I need to lose weight.
I lose a little blood, you lose your entire self.
Hey, I'm hot, what can I say?
Can't argue that. So, well, right now there's not enough anything in here to help this place burn. So, I'll walk outside and start gathering some wood.
Okay, so...
And I'll bring it inside.
Alright.
And once I get enough wood to catch the place up.
You take the match that she's handing?
Mm-hmm. And I see if it will actually light.
Oh, she already lit it.
Well, I'm saying if it will light the wood.
So you throw it on, because there's probably hay and some other stuff.
Oh
too,
yeah,
so
I
you
mean,
just
I go
throw-
get enough stuff to make a nice tinder bundle.
No.
So
And she says, Have you learned nothing though? And she says, you might want to stand near the door.
oh, and I back up.
She takes her little hand, and this little bitty flame starts swirling, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And she puts it over, and it keeps growing as it getting bigger, floating in the air like this big circle. This 30 by 30 circle with some flaming spheres, and it sort of glows in your eyes as you're looking. And her little knobby eyes still glows and shimmers, and the Quacker Jack doll, it's like the lights and flickering through. The flames aren't touching anything yet. And she says, are you sure you want to see this?
I have to leave the past behind. I look to the future.
So she lowers her hands, and it drops. Just, and it's like a sea of, it's almost like liquid water as it flows forward and splashes up onto the walls of it. Luckily, it's far enough away from you and the door, so it's down on the bodies, and the bodies sit there and glow as they burn. The extreme heat that swirls, so catching everything onto fire, and the faces on the wall all burn and glow. As they burn, the eye sockets don't burn, of course, because they're open, but it looks upon the wall like these dozens upon dozens of faces. It burns, and it looks like you have dozens of eyes upon you, looking as it burns, and it burns up, and the upper rafters start going, and the flames just sort of flow like water very quickly as it spreads. So if you turn and look into the courtyard, you see slowly, like, the windows and the other stuff, and just start lighting it. As it spreads like I almost said like wildfire, but no, like this water flowing through, lighting up. So the room that you are is too hot, so
I keep moving back.
So you move out, and eventually you're to the courtyard. And in the courtyard here, basically everything except the stone is on fire around you.
I want to investigate these stones while everything there is burning.
We don't want to get too close to any of the edges.
No, but just what I can. Other than, I mean, are they made out of?
They're
just
all-
straight stone.
It's just stone at this point. The way this fire is spreading, anything that's not stone
It's gonna.
is gone. But a lot of it is held up with support beams and other stuff. So some stuff's going to start collapsing in on itself.
Well, I mean, it'll take a few minutes, but on the artwork that I can get to, do I find anything like embedded in them or anything? Like any switches or, even gems or anything like that? I just want to find anything that might be hidden.
It was a very simple monastery.
Yeah.
The monks didn't really have much either. You sort of tilled and worked, and you talked about these 7 things you weren't supposed to do and the things you were supposed to do. The materials were very low. You all didn't really even write much.
No.
It was just you did, and you talked, and you just everything was verbal. So the heat is getting pretty intense.
So, not really finding anything here except for that. Then I start moving on out.
So you go out, and at this point, a lot of this stuff starts crashing down because the supports and stuff. The square was the only thing that had the stone. Everything else was a sort of wooden. The smoke rises up, sort of gets trapped against the bubble, and sort of concaves up and sort of through. And there you see the old ground where they used to let the people walk out of. Again, this is where they used to have people go out, because supposedly it was a place called Sales they would go to, this road. But the old parade grounds are not burning. They're across the way.
They're across the way.
Yeah.
So they're not burning. So
But
I mean, what are they?
But
made?
the gateway to cells, this archway that people used to go through at the edge of the bubble, it catches fire. And this arch starts burning and it ends up falling down as it burns. No longer an old road map to a place that may or may not even exist.
Okay. The old prayer area. Is there anything over there that's burnable?
This is like where people would sit and watch, and as they would go out through this arch.
Okay. Is there any
But
stonework there?
Yeah, this is stone.
There's stone. What is the stonework of?
They're just like sort of steps, thing of like arcane. Like people would go and they sit, and again, the big classes would walk out through here, and those who wanted to witness it would come and watch it.
Well, any of the stonework that's right there in the prayer area is getting hit with Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Which is force damage.
Yeah, so that's enough to start breaking apart the.
Do you want me to roll damage on
No, it's just. Well, I'm assuming that you're gonna blast it
I'm
until
gonna
it's
blast it apart.
rubble.
So,
So,
once the fire, is there any other areas besides the statues and everything in the courtyard? Well, once the fires start burning down and everything, I'd blast them to smithereens too.
destroy the four
destroy
statues.
Mm.
Now there's one in the middle. Remember that was, it's broken and defaced at this point, and it was that of a duck. It just looks. It doesn't have the peach. It's just a duck sitting in the middle. So imagine the one in the middle is the duck.
So now that makes me wonder, what if I start casting mending on this?
You can.
I want to see what this really, since it's old and worn down and broken.
That would take you a while.
I've got all night.
Well, it takes a while. So we're gonna.
I mean,
the
because
clock's gonna tick.
this was early in the morning.
Yeah. So the clock, it's going to go far. By sundown, eventually through, it shows a small man holding a duck. And it's the duck that's laying down, but all the other pieces of the statue is this small man. And it has a plaque on it. And it's Von Dinklage is on the plaque. No first name.
No first name.
Your doll is exhausted because again, you use her power to cast all that, but and do all that. You get it from her.
Oh, okay.
Like remember everything you get, but
okay.
between the Eldritch Blast and all the mending, but she, she's helping too, but she's really tired. And of course, she yawns and falls up in the feathers on the little saddle bed that you made, and she's laying on your Quackerjack doll. Do you go back to the school, or do you stay here for the night?
I look at that statue and I say this will become the new. And I turn and I get back on my bird and I fly to town.
Okay. So that's how Don spent his day. What did you all do on the bus ride? Like we already said that the train, you all really didn't talk when you got back to school. Did anyone do anything really big the rest of the day?
I went to the library and I pulled every book in there on runes.
Every single one.
All right, do an investigation roll to see how it's going. Is there a particular one you're looking for, or
You should have took me on that one.
I have been blessed by the god of knowledge. Alright, so keep that in mind. So, let's see what my picture I got. I don't think I have anything else. Give me a 20.
Oh.
I would anticipate rolling anything else. Got my 0. Be a 16. Because I have 0.
So you're going through and it's like, none of the books, none of these books would be what you need.
Yeah.
Like they're all basic. There's got to be books that wouldn't be in the general library.
Yeah. So I go to the teacher bed. Does room craft.
So you go to Dilly.
Yeah.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah.
How are your pretty rooms doing? Oh, good. So, it was a long day today, wasn't it?
Yes. Very long. Been a long year.
Long 200 year for me. But we were like at the end of carving a great rune that took many years. What will it do?
Maybe you can help me.
Carve a 200-year-old rune?
No.
Thank you.
I believe my father is taking care of that. But I'm looking for a book that may help me when I leave the school. Because I do not know what the resources beyond the bubble will be.
Camping book?
No, for runecraft.
Oh. You want...
Something that, as I grow, will help me understand the ability to craft higher grade runes in the wilds.
Well, most of the things that we have, you are pretty advanced because you have more rune. Your family has had runecraft for almost as long as me. So the book, most of the runes are here. The only thing that can help is I can give you a book how you can turn yourself into a rune like we did.
Thank you.
So be careful, use it wisely. So
Not that I'm going to do it, I just want to understand it.
that's what they all say. And you look around this room, look at all the rooms. These were all people that wanted to help and study too, and they realized that they could help even after they were gone. Someday I too will be here, because after all, I have been carving a rune too. A rune for me, just in case.
Question. This is going to be so bad. In order for someone to be transformed into a rune, does the participant have to be alive or willing?
You have to take a part of their soul that agrees.
Thank you.
It's like everything is in the book.
It's going to get dark out there, people, okay? So it's giving us the best chance we can. So it's...
So it hurts to make runes. I've made hundreds of them.
I have not made hundreds in my time. I made a few.
It's like I see the one that you use. You've empowered well. I remember when that one gave her life. She was too scared to leave the bubble. She felt she was a failure. So she asked to be made a rune before her time. now she's finally going to leave the bubble. And her spirit is probably very happy.
Does the participant, we'll call them, does the rune take on certain aspects of the participant, or can I fuse my own?
It takes what they were. Their magicalness.
Their essence.
Yes. So it has to be someone of magic, like true magic, to be able to do it. They have to have true magic. So sadly, we've not had many born with true magic for a long, long time.
I understand.
Do not forget, though, if any of you, here is a final free lesson for extra credit. You and your rune users, if you should pass, the rune that you charged loses what you gave it, but it does not lose what the rune giver did. If you die, your rune could be passed on to someone else and begin the power over and attune to it. You can be helpful until the rune is destroyed. All the runes.
I understand.
When your task is done and you save us, or you feel that you and your rune might not be able to survive, destroy the rune and release the spirit in it if it won't be used. It's the only mercy I ever hoped. I hope that the 100 or so that has journeyed beyond the bubble, that those runes have found rest. But on your journey, look, if you find any of your fallen classmates that have went before you, your forebears, if you find those runes, either use it or end it.
I will take up the mantle for that. I will do as you ask.
Okay, so I assume that you're going to go off and read some. It's a very difficult book.
Yeah.
Okay. Who would like to go next?
I just,
You can even read the book.
when I got back, I just went to my room.
Alright, so Chloe just went to her room for the day.
Yep.
Okay. When you're there, what's on your door? Since you went there.
I guess swirling colors, just showing, I guess, all the swirling thoughts in her head and chaos and confusion and just nothing holding still.
What about your familiar? Is it out, in?
No, it's in right now.
You cleanse with fire.
Okay. So you sit. Alright.
I got the sentiment.
So when Pepper gets back to the school, where does she go?
She's sitting in her room and she's.
What's on your door? You get.
Essentially what she saw in her dream.
Okay. So your thoughts still dwelling on that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So doors, two colors.
It didn't split down the middle, two
Is that
sides.
saying that? Okay.
She's going to start composing letters.
Okay. start writing. Clear your workbench and so your dolls that are in the room that you've made and your little clockwork beams. So they sit on the bed and look at you as you write your letters. Do you leave your room after you write that, or do you just sit, or you stay in there?
Oh, this is going to be a process.
Okay. So, alright, write your letters. So we go John, and we came back from the upperclassmen leaving. Rode the train back. It's relatively silent. So no one really wanted to talk. Take a try to do a little bit, but he didn't get too much out. So you get back to school. What does John want to do now that all the upperclassmen are gone? All that's left is your class and...
Well, after silently shadowing Dawn and realizing that I can speak without speaking to my familiar, having an internal dialogue about what's happening and what's going on, and seeing what I will call a spark of hope in the flames, knowing that you have to burn down what was to build what can be. And when you know what you were, that I had to actually die to cut the strands of what I was tied to, I take hope in that he is on the right path and I did make the right decision. So once he retires, I'll go to my room, and on my door there's a gauntlet holding a duck.
Alright, so just to let you know that the headmaster tricked you. So he knew that Dawn did not get on the train, and he cast the image for that only you could see for you to get on the train. So Dawn didn't get on the train, but you had been following for the last few hours as an image that only you could see that the headmaster projected into your mind. So you saw mundane things until you retired, but you did not.
So that's a retcon. I didn't get what
No, that's fine, because I figured you wouldn't leave him. The headmaster did it because he wanted Dawn, his favorite student, to be able to do what he wanted to do. So.
Okay, well I'd have to retcon the door then in the
No,
speech.
no, you saw it. You saw the stuff.
Okay.
So you saw him burning and doing some stuff.
Okay.
But yes, but Don rolled. There's no way you could have got there. He rode his duck at high speed. So it's okay. So, but the headmaster let you see some things.
Okay.
To help you and calm, and that's okay. So, but to you, you thought that Dawn went and got rid of a bunch of his items that had symbols and anything that his past to what you felt. And then he retired to his rooms, what you saw.
Okay.
And then you went to your room.
Okay.
And you're with your fairy?
Yes. Jim and I. By the way, your last name's Cricket. Yes, Jim Cricket.
Don't worry, she's not a hologram.
My God, in the world.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
Layla.
So I converse with her through the night. I only need 4 hours for full night's rest, so I'll spend 4 hours knowing everybody else needs 8 hours of sleep. Going over some of the things that I have learned, new things since I've returned from the Steel's Keep that have changed in me, and my changing abilities, focusing on that and discussing with her to fix my prepared spell list believe I need it to be for battles that may come.
So take lead since Captain Ball got here.
Woo-hoo.
I can put him on the
Yes.
spot.
Yes.
So Captain Ball, Harry, today was the day that the upperclassmen left.
Okay.
You all got to watch the upperclassmen leave. They all sort of talked to you and they bowed to you and basically gave you their seal of approval. You all were told that they used the staircase. You saw them going into the staircase, and they are trying to go to a place called Sigle to find something to prepare you all in your quest, and hopefully you all can come together, and both what they do and what you do might be able to save the bubble and maybe more. So you rolled a train back. We did talk a lot about the headmaster basically told everyone that he knows that the upperclassmen group is destined to fail saving the bubble. But their failure in that could be a success in something else to give you all a chance to succeed. And he praised you all for your hard work and the things you've gotten accomplished. And that they have a final lesson for you all, that they're going to start teaching you something called circle magic that you can hopefully survive with outside the bubble, and that over the next few days you will be preparing. There will be no more classes as normal. It's just preparing the circle casting so that way you can be as strong as you can when you leave. There are no classes today, so you all rode back on a train very quietly as all the level 5s in your class are left. He also told you that once you all leave, the school will shut down. It has no purpose. And they will wait for your success or failure. So everyone gets off the train, and when you get off the train, if you know you only have a few days left, where would you want to go?
I'd like to see Dilly.
Okay. So you go to Dilly, and he's cleaning his room stuff. So, and this takes place. Joe went to the library first and went through all sorts of stuff. So you're there with Dilly. So what would you like to talk? This happens before because you're spending time in the library. What does Harry want to talk about with Dilly?
I kind of just saying thank you for what he's taught me and showing me, and I'm assuming he's known about my form for my new
for a few days. He tells you he really likes how the runes are cut into you. He look very good on the scales. So he's very impressed at how you look. He says he likes it. Says he reminds him of many Dragonborn that he knew. He's very sad that they all passed away well over a century ago, and that he has a special scroll that might be able to help you learn something called a dragon mark.
Okay.
But only Dragonborn can learn it. It will take some work, but he thinks that you'll be able to do this. So many times it depends on the soul. So it pulls out something instead of pull something in. It pulls out.
I see.
He says he hopes that he is still around. So when you come back from outside the bubble, and that you can show him what this rune does. And maybe you can find more Dragonborn. Even though you're more of a Dragon Reborn. He's like, I made it funny. It's just a little joke. But it's short and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you wish for anything else?
I don't think so. Not at least not that I can think of.
He says that you've done really good, and since you were the last class, he goes and dusts off a room. He said this is a very special room. It is very difficult to attune to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very unique class of magic. Very rare. So, we didn't want to give it out. But it was a request. It was a request of the person that this room was, that if there was actually true hope, to give it. He was going to leave in an expedition, and he was told, like all the classes, that they knew that they were destined to fail.
Mm-hmm.
So he at a very young age, even though he was powerful, chose to become a rune waiting for when there was a chance.
Mm.
So this rune I give to you. And if you wish, you can attune to it. You cannot have multiple runes, of course. It'd be very difficult. It would be very difficult on your body, even a dragonborn.
Mm.
But if you ever wish to have a new path, the path of this, it's like it is for you and you alone.
Okay.
I don't think the others, because the one that this was a dragonborn.
Mm. Okay, so I'll take it and tuck it in my bag.
You know, the dragonborn is dead. I'll tell you that. It's human now. So.
And in general, you said we have a few days, or
Well, you'll have several days.
okay,
So,
okay.
so basically, this is not part of it. But the next time Mike gets to play, you leave the bubble, which is probably 2 weeks.
Okay, all right,
So he knows, but that's off the record.
okay.
It'll be on the 21st, if you can make it. If work don't get in the way.
Nope. Well, maybe. We'll see. I'll. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be the Christmas party.
And then, okay. I take the rune. I'm definitely gonna think about it.
The choice is yours.
Is there ways?
A wind blows through the corridor.
Prestidigitation failure.
Oh my head.
Sorry. That happens, but that doesn't.
Is there any well, actually, before I get into this, I thank Dilly for kind of watching over me and caring for me.
So don't carve too many runes. So,
but I will head back to my room, I guess. Is there any analysis I can do on this rune? Any sort of like sensing to see at least what I can, I don't know, anything I can gather from it before attuning to it?
well, it'll take a few days or so.
Okay.
So you can start on that process of trying to really dig into this.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can do that.
Okay. And then this dragon mark scroll thing.
Mhm.
What do I do with that? Like the process? Do I start?
Well, you'll start having to look at it. It's another rune that you can start using, this dragon mark.
Okay.
So apparently it can only go on Dragonborns, but it tells you how you can put another rune on you that could give you something
Okay.
that only dragons can do, or apparently Dragonborn can handle.
Okay. Could I go ahead and start carving that on me, or do I have to look into that first?
You can. But you can carve it, but whether or not you empower it is another story.
Okay. I'll carve it for now.
Right. Yeah. It takes. Remember, it has to be exact.
Yeah.
So you have to work on it.
Yeah.
So where do you? It's large. Do you want to put it on your leg
Let's see.
or your chest?
I was thinking maybe that or my back.
How can you put it on your back?
You can?
How?
Oh.
Like.
Oh.
Right. You said you have to carve it onto you.
How large?
It would be very difficult if it was too small. So you need to make it pretty big.
Yeah, I'll do it on my chest then.
Okay. All right, that is good. So you do that, and so you'll start working on that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Here's this big dark room.
So, before we conclude, is there anything anyone else would like to do before the next class day? Yes. If we have any sessions between now and Sunday, they'll be individualized for individual stories or stuff like that if we get time. That will be over hopefully the next 2 weeks. So if there's something you want to do just as your character, you can do it with your character. Not really like big group stuff at that point. There will be something that will come together Sunday that does make sense. And then whenever Mike gets to play, when Dante is attuned, you will open up something to the outer realms and go somewhere and start your plane walking journey across the plains. So pray it's some nice plains.
You mean Mike doesn't roll the dice for him?
So your first plane has been chosen. So, and with that, it has been a long couple of days of heartbreak and pain, but some joy. And a lot of emotion. A lot of emotion. And without emotion, though, nothing truly gets done.